What's up guys, it's another day and I have another tool. This one is so good that I forgot I use it every day because I'm just so used to using it. It's called Atuin and it's a fuzzy searching tool for your shell history that also backs it up and adds AI features. Those are optional. Let's start with the problem. If I want to search my commands in the past, I would press Command-R and for example say git. And then I can Ctrl+R until I find the one that I like. And if I don't find it, then that's too bad. If I want to go back to my last commands, I press the up arrow until I get something that I wanted. What if we could make this experience much better? That's what we're going to do. Here we go, making your terminal magical. And as always, I'm going to copy the install command, paste it in my terminal. I would love to import my current shell history. So next it asks you to sign up for an account. You don't have to do this, and I didn't do this before. And then I bought a new MacBook and I lost all my shell history because I didn't back that up. So I would recommend doing it. It's end-to-end encrypted, but it is optional. So I'm just going to say yes. Then you have to go to the URL to log in. I'll authorize it. And if I go back, I get wrong encryption key because I already have an account set up from before. So you probably won't get this. Yes, I would love to use the AI features. We'll talk about it in a bit. And I would also like the search daemon for improved search and history sync. So there's two ways to trigger Atuin. The first one is just pressing Ctrl+R. When I do, I get my global search. So this is any command I've ever typed. And if I type git, I get everything with git. If I type py, I get everything with py, herd or squad. I can press Ctrl+R again to switch the search scope. So if I do it again, now it's host. Host is useful if you have multiple machines. Next we have session. This is what I used in my current session. See, I only typed Atuin sync and clear. Finally, there's directory, which is every command I did in this current directory. This is also what I will map to the up arrow. There's one more called workspace, which will be in a Git workspace. So if you have a subfolder in a Git repository, you can see all the commands that will run in that repository. Now there's also the search filter. So by default, it's fuzzy. So if I say gtdf for git diff, you can see here it's git diff. If I want something else, I can do Ctrl+S. Now it's prefix. Now if I do git, I get everything that started with git. And finally, there's full text, which is similar to fuzzy, but actually matches the real word. So if I do full text for finance, then I have when I open py, to ask about my finances. And finally, it's the search daemon. That's the fuzzy one that I showed earlier. That's the default. Now next, let me open up Atuin and type config. There's some numbers on the left. If I want to go quickly to one of those, I actually want to do number 4, vim config. I just press option 4, enter. Now I have opened vim in this directory. I want to open up toml, and there's a few settings I want to go over. The first one I want to show you is this up arrow, filter mode shell up key binding, this one right here. And to me, it's set to directory. So that means that if I press the up arrow, it will filter by the current directory, similar to what it did before, but now with this nice TUI. Close it and I do the up arrow. This is everything I typed in here. As you can see, it's directory. The other thing I want to show you is the command. So if I do Ctrl+R, these are the commands. If I press enter, it runs the command. If I press tab, it shows it. Tab types cdpy, but without running it. So I can do /agent and I can access it. If I do enter, I type enter, it actually runs the command. There is two settings I think you need to be aware of. There's the history filter, which is any command that matches this regular expression will not be stored in Atuin history. And the other one is current working directory filter, which is any directory that matches this regex will not be stored. For example, you would add node modules or something that for you is confidential. The other thing is if you don't like this full screen view, you can change the line height. Inline height, if I set this to 10, let me clear it and then Ctrl+R. Now you see it only shows me much less here. But I personally actually like full screen, so I'm leaving this commented out. So we talked about the defaults, the workspace, the search functions. Now let's talk about sync. So if I do Atuin sync, all those things I just ran are being sent to the database, which means that if I install a new computer or I add another computer, it's all going to be here. You can actually also filter and see some more about this command. So if I go to py here, if I press Ctrl+O, I actually get some details around it, right? So which host was used, which user, when did I run this, the duration over time. This is the error exit code distributions. And you can also use Atuin AI to ask it questions like, how often did I exit py, right? I don't know if that's useful for you, but it's possible. The last thing I want to talk about is Atuin AI. This is optional and you can self-host it if you want. Look here, but I think it's cool to see. Atuin UI allows you to have AI in your shell, but also integrate well with your Atuin history and just shell command. By default, it's question mark. Now here you can see generate a command or ask a question. I can ask it here in the spy directory, what was my latest git commit? if I don't remember the command. So I will say allow, and it says your latest commit was @herder_squad. You can always also go back and forth. Let me do a question mark again. How do I see current Docker containers running? It will give a suggestion. Then I can follow up. I also want to know the size of the container. Then it suggests this. So if I now press enter, it will execute the suggested command. If I press tab, it will insert the command. So let me do enter. I have no containers running, but this is how it will work. Thanks for watching. I hope this was useful and you found something interesting here, and maybe you'll also be an Atuin user. It's open source. You can self-host it. You can self-host the background sync and the AI tools. So it really is a fantastic tool. Let me know in the comments what you thought. If you want to see another tool, any feedback, questions, suggestions, they're all welcome. And yeah, thanks again for watching. I appreciate it. And I'll see you all later.